Hey guys, welcome back. Not been able to give a whole lot of updates lately. We've had loss in the family, funeral, all that. But anyway, so I just got through, I think I've gotten through phase 3, but before I could get to phase 3, I had to do a research project and phase 2. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about that research project. So I had to do an evidence-based research project before I could move on to phase 2 in my doula training. And they're actually the evidence-based birth website is one of the things I had to read, but the main goal of the project was actually so that you know how to find things for yourself and you can make sure that you have the ability to figure things out and to know what's actually been proven and what's not, because you can't really just go and recommend things or tell people things or advise people to do certain things and not know if it's actually proven to work, because you could be giving someone some very dangerous advice, and that is never something that anyone wants to do. So I had to write 2 different articles, and the first one I did on delayed cord clamping, and then I tied in something called lotus birth, which is when the baby is born with the cord still attached to the baby and the placenta. And with lotus birth, a lot of the times they just wait for the cord to naturally detach from the baby. They never cut the cord, which I added that in because it's talked about a lot, but there's no real research with it the way that there is with delayed clamping, and it can be kind of dangerous sometimes. Not that I would try and persuade a client to not do it, but sometimes, because the placenta at this point is detached from the mother and it is a dead organ with stagnant blood, sometimes it could lead to infection or things like that. But do your own research. I'm not a medical professional. That's just my opinion and what I was able to find. So yeah, do your own research on everything. The second article that I did, I'm trying to remember, did this like last week. The second article I did was skin to skin after a cesarean, and a little bit on kangaroo care. So there actually there's a decent amount of research on skin to skin after a cesarean, but it can help to promote like bonding between baby and mother. It can lower the cortisol levels in the baby. It can help to establish nursing later on, and if the baby is premature, because a lot of the times with a cesarean, which nowadays there's more like scheduled and planned ones, but for a majority of cases still it is an emergency cesarean, and a lot of the times the baby will come out underweight or premature. So something called kangaroo care, which is, it's skin to skin, just a little bit later on, especially if the baby is like in the NICU or something. You can do it with either parent or just a loved one. Just hold the baby skin to skin on your chest, cover with a warm blanket, and it has shown to help regulate the temperatures of the baby, and it's just really good. If you guys wanted me to like put my articles that I wrote down there, or some of my like some of the resources I used, I can do that. Thanks for watching, and I will try and make a few more videos on what I've done so far. So thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, follow along for the rest of my journey. Bye.